My name is Thomas Hobbes, and I was born on April 5th, 1588, in West Point, Wiltshire. I lived with my father, my brother, and my sister. My father was a priest, and my mother died at childbirth. When I was young, my father got into a fight outside of the church he preached at, and without warning, he left me, my brother, and sister alone with his brother, a wealthy merchant. I studied at the church from age 4 until I went to the University of Oxford, where I studied Latin and Greek, along with some other things. Due to my maturity and knowledge, I became the tutor of William Varnish. In 1610, Varnish and I went on a grand tour of Europe, where I discovered my love for scientific and critical thinking. A result of this was studying classic Greek and Latin political authors. This also led to my great translation of Thucydides' history of the Peloponnesian War. I was the first person to translate this book from Greek to English. By getting the job of being a tutor to a noble's son, I entered the different circles of Parliament. With my intellectual skills, I became closer to the king and later went on to tutor King Charles II. Although this never gave me any power of my own, I enjoyed my job. I didn't get into philosophy until 1629. Throughout the next 7 years, I expanded my knowledge of philosophy, mostly political. In 1640, I wrote a manuscript called Elements of Law. Over the next 10 years, this went unpublished. It finally got published in 1650, but did not get the recognition it deserved. I remained in court throughout the English Civil War up until the king was executed and England was declared a republic. I felt forced to flee the country for my own safety. As a result, I went to Paris, France to live out the rest of my days, but I never felt 100% safe. My book, Leviathan, was one of my most prized accomplishments. It was written during the English Civil War when I was still in court. It proposed the idea of contractionism. This explained how people needed one ruler to have absolute power. That without a strong person leading the government and country, there would be more chaos than is necessary. I truly believe that it is not wisdom, but authority that makes the law. I have written many books and proposed many theories in my lifetime. I paved the way for modern political philosophy. I was very proud of all my accomplishments in my long 91-year life. How long I lived it is an accomplishment of its own. I finally passed away on December 4th, 1679, at the age of 91 due to a stroke. My biggest impact on the modern world was my theory and philosophy, and I am proud to be known hundreds of years later. Yeah, Bunny's running.